Hello, Digger. It wasn't a silent movie. I am occupied under the board, trying to sort out some of the alignment issues. We've had a test run, and as expected, plenty of issues. Hello, Paul. Yeah, I thought I'd have a quick one after Charlie's been on. I've got you clamped up on the ramp at the minute, but yeah, we've got the camera catch up. They don't align there. I knew there was an issue with the track. It's basically now getting there. There's a dead section of track on this inner loop because it's not got any connectivity through the switch. And same issue here. I've just put this screw in to try and pull this because all the chairs are broke off there. It's obviously took a hit. That one's a little bit out. I haven't done anything with this yet. Still, yeah, the bloke only done one bolt. This bit's all right, but down the far end, that's off down there at the minute because there is very little in the way of any support for that piece of section. Strangely enough, the contacts work. I could get it working up to there. I'll just clip you up and I'll from the bridge, this joint here going round, there's no current because for some weird reason there's no provision for the circuit how he done it. For this section was fed from that side, I think. I can't remember which wires do what now, but the wires come here, do not go there, and the same there. I've spliced them together and ran them across to this side because this board here has no electrical connection to that one. For some odd reason, he never daisy chained it all the way around. So I don't know, unless he had, we didn't have any block system, but he had 3 controllers. Everything was DC. So I've looped the wire there to there, so that gives me power to this section of track and this section. But the wires don't terminate across to this bit. It only got its current from that end. Currently, that is disconnected because that bit's crap. And that's got no board supports or no batten supports. Talking of which, I'm going to put it down because my clamp ends are gone skew with. And we'll try again. Right there. And there. So I'm currently trying to concentrate with the bit I can try and fix. Hello, Danny, mate. Missed you at Gex. You didn't come, did you, naughty boy? But yeah, I suppose work or whatever. So yeah, we've got an issue with the turnout because that's obviously not. I've gone round the whole thing with track cleaner, and it does run. I've just had a quick whiz around with the 31, but every point there's a joint. Throws the track, throws the loco straight off. So I've just undone the bolts here because I'm going to try and do that with the boards to align it a little bit better. I don't know whether that's slightly out or whether it's warping. It's not far, but it's far enough. 3 of the rails line up. And I think he's had issues because you can see where he's been putting nails in to try and correct the issue. Hopefully if I do that, we've still got a bit of play on that rail. I'll have to get some super glue gel, and we've got a little bit movement on the board. Let's try and lift it up a little bit. Right. That's a port out. Can't really do much. I'm kind of limited with what I can do with 4 trestles. And there's that come in. That may or may not have lined them up. Let's have a go. See if we're still connected. No. They're plugged in. Where's me sacrificial loco? Right. Houston, we have a problem. I'm still plugged in. No fuse. Fuse 1 still on. Down here. Still kicking off there. Get it on the right track with that, wasn't it? Duh! I can't see. Sod all. Where's my lamp? So I'm trying to rail a wagon or loco on a bend. So you can hear it, but it don't like this bit. I let go of the turnout. I'm going to have to put a dropper on this section. Come on. It is not. We'll have to play ball there. Do it on that bit, which has got cable. It's going full bloody tilt and it's barely moving. Well, it went round this time. It didn't derail. We could be in luck. A little bit hesitant over that, but it's progress until we get down this end, which you can't see, but that's as far as we've got with electrics, because he didn't seem fit to join these two sections together. I've got cable in here, which is where his original control piece was, but these are turnout controls, so there's no cabling between that section and the entrance bit. It we relied purely on power from the other side going round in one. So I don't know why he done that, but I've got to re-establish. Drop is on that section to connect up around. So there's no power on this end at all. The cable in here, I think, is for turnouts. I know we've got droppers here, but there's no connection between this board and that one. So I have to put some cabling in for that. And basically the same between the, well, I've done it down there. If you can see that lash up of wire in there, that is the connection between these two halves, because there was no electrical connection for some reason. Hello, Dave. I take it you're back in British Columbia now. Does that mean we'll have trains on Tuesday back again? So yeah, it was just a quick pop on. That seems to have worked. Realigning that side, I think there's one of the rails is loose, so I'm going to have to just put a little screw in and hold that down, and then this bit here, I'm going to measure to see if my other workstation will fit there. As you can see, where the board joins is a bit of a sag, which is in turn throwing the alignment out up this end where that section goes across. And for some reason, again, this end on this piece has no block end to line them up. There was no dowels or pieces of wood for it to sit on to keep it flush. And the bit I've put in, I've had to undo the screw because there's a difference between the two tracks. So it won't stay aligned if you line one up, the other one's not right. So it's all fun just to run a few locos. Super job, David. Hello, Randall. No ES44's running yet. We've got a wee bit of work to do. Let's see if we can throw that one back. I've got this controller at full whack. Running, you can see there's going to be problems there. But And then obviously we've got the dead turnout. Stop doing an impression of a Black and Decker. It's off the rails and I can't see the damn thing. Oh! So our sacrificial loco is my repaired 31. Just in case something happens and it goes for a nosedive. Let's turn the power off on that. So yeah, the journey continues. So I shan't be on too long. Get a bit party in here. I've got the door open, but although it isn't, well, the walls are insulated, the roof obviously isn't, but we've got 8 degrees C at the minute, according to the weather thingy. It's not too bad. I used to work in 5 degrees in a bloody warehouse. So I do have a heater in here, but that'll sound like an F14 with the afterburners on. So yeah, we're progressing a little bit. So I'm going to have to try and brace this span, or I did put a tape measure somewhere. See if my little workmate bench thing will go underneath here. I've got about 30.5 inches, maybe 3/4, with a little bit of packing. You can guarantee that's not going to be workbench height. That's the only thing with these trestles I bought. They were cheap and cheerful. Try the old clunky one. No. That's as high as the baseboard nearly. Yeah. That's 31. So the bloody Lord. I don't know where the other one is. Really want to have to spend 30 quid on another pair of trestles, so it might be a rethink. Oh, I've got that one under there already. We did have another one. I'm already using the other one. I was about to go and look for it, and I'm using the damn thing. Which is, well, this side is about 31 high. I wonder if just under, 1/4 of an inch under. So we might need to. I don't know where my old one went. I kept the frame, but the top was rotten. Need another one to turn up on the old free sites. So if not, I'll have to go down the little off-cut wood shop and see if they've got any 3x1 or something I can screw. I might have something up here in the shelves. There's more bands. I still need something just to support it, even if I make it stronger, because if you add more wood, you're just adding more weight. So Hello, Corey. Not seen you before. I don't know whether you're a subscriber, but you can subscribe. Hello. Brian. I haven't banged my head yet, mate, so you can't have an outtake. Give it a chance, though. So, that seems to have roughed that bit. So we've got a dead section here. I'm not too worried about that. A bit over there at the minute. I was using the outside loop, but everything derailed on that. So the next thing is to sort the alignment out here. Because the guy only put one bolt in this bit for some reason. But obviously I need to strengthen it and sort this height out so that it works out for this bit down here on the vomit cam. So I've just took them bits out, which were these packing pieces under here. Because again, this went back to when he had the metal shelving. Nothing I've got to hand. I have got some Dexon brackets, so could possibly put a bit of that in. The angle, I've probably got some of that kicking about to put there. Could even make a leg possibly. I'm just looking to see what other crap I've got that will come in useful, because there's a bit up there. $11. Oh, you're warm there then. That's not here. It's a bit like living in Finland here the last few days. It's been so dark, dingy all day long. It's like the sun's never set and never risen. The old solar generation today, I think, go on the website and it just got an emoji crying tears. I think in the summer I was getting about 20 kilowatts and now I'm getting about 1.5 if I'm lucky. I have got the old frame from my canoe, which I got rid of. So I could possibly use the wood from that. Back in the days when I had it strung up in the garage roof. Hello. Right. Got to make fuss of the dog while I'm down here, little Herbert. He figured out we had a mouse in the conservatory because we leave the door for the dogs, and just decided to come and pay a visit. Hello. And we've got the other Herbert now. Timber's favourite. What you doing, rascal? Come on, at me way. So, looks like I'll be soldering iron next then and try and establish a solid connection on a dead bit of dirty track. That could be, might need the Dremel out as well to clean the nickel up enough to get a solder joint on, and I'll put a dropper in on this section here because it's dead from this turnout, which is fairly common. It could be the little flat bit underneath is not making connection and it doesn't want to move because it's got a switch point solenoid underneath. So this bit is dead around here, so I'll have to put a dropper in for that, which I think I'm going to have to do a few anyway. Unless I've got one of those awful little Hornby jobbies connectors. I think that's all Pico track there though. It could be a temporary solution just to bodge it for now, because it is more of a shakedown bit there. It's not great there either. There's a little bit of a hump, even though it's slightly higher there because of that workbench. It does seem to go and lean down that way, so I might put one of these or make something to brace the frame all the way across there, and then put that piece back on permanent or semi-permanent for the duration it's going to be under here. I may, because again we've got the same issue with damaged rails on the end down there, just there. That one's obviously took a hit, so I might put a piece of framework across that and make it a permanent fixture if I can find me clamp again. And stick it back on the ramp for the view at the doorway up there. So this lot doesn't align very well at all, and there's no connections electrically after that end here. So probably, while I can still move that bit off, I'll probably solder some droppers on that so that I can bridge it across to this section here. I can splice it in to that connector block there, and then that should give me current to this dead section. And I think I've got to do another splice even on that other bit where the bridge is, and we should. The thing is, I've got no support on this end. This little piece here is a separate item to this bit for some reason. I don't know why. I can't remember what he had there, whether that was the corner of the garage. The garage back was further out, so he could have come back with this about another 5 or 6 feet. But he made like a little tent room inside the double garage. But again, this bit's out of alignment a little bit. It hits the rails head on, and as this is sitting here, this rail's not supporting anything. It's sagging down onto it rather than supporting it. It wants to come up. There's still a bit of a sag on that. He has got a little catch on this end, but this bit never came away. I've got it clamped at the minute, so I think we're going to have to rework this far end. I have even thought possibly of even stripping it out, and then obviously just using some CLS. This is what I've got. Don't think I've got anything lighter apart from the tile batten I've just bought, which I don't obviously want to go nibbling into that. I don't know what I've got in my little rack here. I'll probably have one bit that's the right size and then not enough. Oh, there's some batten up there. Yeah, so it might be another solution is to cut that bit out and rebuild it. So I don't want to throw a lot of money at it for too much time. I think time is going to be irrelevant, because if it needs fixing, you got to throw the time at it. So far, it hasn't cost any money not to fix it anyway. I'm reusing the cabling that were ripped out. I will have to go and dig me speaker wire out, I think, and make some more droppers for it. And I've still at the minute got it wired, although I said I weren't. It's still wired separately, like so you could use 2 DC controllers on each loop. That's only a matter of just obviously splicing the two together to put all the track live for a DCC controller, which I have got a little basic Bachmann DCC controller, but I haven't got the power supply for it. So I need to try and find I think there's a 15 volt AC. I think a DC one would work as well for one of those little Bachmann command station or whatever. I don't know what the hell they call them. The one that comes with the DCC starter sets. So yeah, we've got two separate bits here. For whatever reason he done it. I ain't got a lot of weight supporting this end, so it's sagging over. But I'll see if I bring this over a bit, because I've got the leg of the car ramp in the way. I certainly can't do much about that. Yeah, this wants to come up another inch or more. The tool chest gets in the way then. Something just fell out the floor. And then his alignment section on this bit doesn't align. So, I wonder. I don't think I've got any of those adjustable feet. If I get a pair of those and make a set of legs and a support truss for this middle bit, and that just allows me to trim the board and account for any unevenness in the concrete floor, which I can get some of them either off the interwebs or AliExpress or something. Well, that will take another week to get here. So the trouble is, there's all packing underneath this from where he had it on each bit of different furniture that was going around the room, and the metal shelving on this side. So from looking here, that goes up like that. So yeah, it wants trimming a bit, shall we say. So it's probably setting out some of the joints on the boards. There's not really a lot I can do tonight. I might have to take that out. I think I'm going to have to get another pair of these trestles, which I didn't want to do. They have got a VAT-free thing on. But that only saves me the postage time I pay for the bloody thing. That one's nearly off. That's about enough back to go. Yeah, we've got a bit of a hump in the middle because of that workbench. I can't move it down this end where it's lower, because then I can't span these across to the other trestle. At the minute, I've still got that section I can take away without causing any problems with the far bit where you lot are on the labby top. Hi Charlie, yeah, I thought I'd wait until you finished. I thought, oh, but I'm in here watching you while I'm poppering about with this layout, so I might as well just chuck the camera on and go with the flow. I'd be talking and swearing at myself while I'm doing it, so I might as well do it live. You missed out on the swearing, but I haven't banged my head on the ramp yet. I think Brian's waiting patiently to download that bit of video. Okay. Well, get it in shot. There you go. Look, if I smack my head on that, all the ramps. But that's the other end, so we're fairly safe there. Yeah, we're doing 5:15. So I could do one of these on there. Let me jack it up. Yeah, so I'm going to have to look for some material pieces because I've got the same issue with the joint down here on the big span where it goes off like that down this lower end. But I think I'm going to have to reverse part of what I've done, which means I've got to disconnect them bloody wires and take this little bit off, sort this side out and work back again. But at least we know there's no major sort of issues. Half of it is electrically running. It's just the track alignment and the board alignment. The electrics is fairly easy. I just got to bridge the sections that for whatever reason he didn't wire in. There's an extra 2 pairs of wires down here that go to the back tracks on this little yard area. I think it was them ones down here. There's a bundle there which I tested that run up to here, and the other one goes there, and I think one feeds this front rail which did go round here past the laptop and then join back into here. So I need to watch. Digger said about diodes. I don't know what bit this came out of, but this one's got diodes in it, so I don't know whether he used a matrix setup for switching turnouts, but there's a load of IN 2000s, I think they are, 2 amp ones in there, and I think they might be in that one. I haven't even gone there sorting out the next electrical issue with turnout motors and switches and things. I did find the board I've got in one of the boxes. Let's do it. We're still playing with the boards, trying to get it working to a fashion. Well, we've had a train running around 50% of it. But see how long it is. We've got 11 foot there. It's 14 foot board length. I would have killed for that when I was a kid. When I first started, it was to pick up good set on a 4x4 board. Well, eventually I got 4x4 board. To start with, it was the usual plug it together on the carpet and watch it all come apart while you're playing with it. Now we're playing with a 14 foot board. And this is only half the size of the one that's going in the shed. That'll be about 28, which is about, I think the garage is about 28 or 32 foot long. Someone's having a late Guy Fawkes and they're letting fireworks off. I've got a bit of crap I was hoping to burn, but the wind's blowing in the wrong direction, as it usually is around here, living not far from the North Sea. I'm saving the little screws because they might help for track alignment. So it's quite a drop on some of these rails where they butt up against. They'll send the train flying off. Probably won't do the wheels a lot of good either long term. This one over here is okay because they're staggered over the joint. Crappy bit there. There's my Ruber. That's the rubber I use. I don't think it was intended for railway. It came in a box of stuff from someone's obviously deceased estate when they put all the junk in auction and trays, and you end up with someone's little collection of jam jars full of screws and nuts and washers, and then the couple of good bits that are in the box that you actually want. So I could put a joint in, some cabling across there from that connector over to that one. So yeah, it's going to be brace this end, sort this out, I think. A little bit, I nearly did it. And do that. But it's quite a soft rubber. It's not as harsh as the Pico one. And it's a reasonable size. I did have another piece in the garage, or the shed down the bottom. It was a garage originally, but I can't find it. It's probably fell down the back somewhere. Right, I think that's it. It's going to be tea time fairly soon, and it's obviously well past beer o'clock. Where's my helmet? I got 3 hard hats. Can't see them. Very grubby ones. In the distance there's a blue one and 2 white ones. I don't think I've got to put them back on my head at the minute. I'll stake there in. I need a welder's bump cap. Little baseball caps with a hardened bit in it. But yeah, unfortunately, this is as high as it goes, really. So this is the top notch, and then there's where you see the. You can't see it, can you? Sawtooth bits. There's another bar on the outside you can lock off. So should the worst happen, it won't all descend upon you. At a great rate of knots. You should have enough time to bail. But I've never known that to happen for a lift. I'm sure it has done, but right. I'm gonna call it quits for now. I might come back out after and have a go with some wood, see if I can brace this little section up, and dig one of my soldering irons out, ready to doubtless do some soldering on that dead section, unless I can find an old Hornby power connector, just to see if that'll go in as an easy quick bodge, although that might be as problematic as the turnout. Yeah, I think if you was under here, Anthony, I think you'd bang your head on the exhaust system in the van. I'm not far off it, and I'm only, well, what's that, 6 inches of clearance from the bottom of the van. Although obviously you don't want it too high because you've still got to work on it. Not that that's going to see any work on it this year with the layout underneath. That did shed rust as I painted the bloody floor. I looked at it and there was a load of black crap on the floor. And I think it was some of the underseal flaking off. It is a Ford, so it is built to rust, isn't it? Even that was some crap out the ramp. Let's re-wiggle the camera. I quite like this camera. It's like a little boy. This is, I can't see what I'm doing because I'm getting Blinded by the light. Oh. Right then, so summarise. Oh dear. Should have just bought 5 boards and started afresh. Built a temporary layout. At least I got the track, so I ain't got to buy that, have I? Ooh, my toes are now going bloody numb. Yeah, so I'll have another little play, and is it Saturday today? Isn't it? Yeah. So what we got? It's RGJ on tonight. I'll need to get the diesel gear in there early. The big one is just too noisy to have on while you're streaming, but the little diesel portable one, well, semi-portable, I need to fix my power supply so I can run it. Or dig my ham radio power supply because that's got more ampage. Yeah, I could solder them all. I need some big fish plates about that long to slide in the track to join all the squiffy bits up. So we've got the far end sorted. It's just this dead section and then sorting out the iffy bit at the back. So I'll have to have a rummage, see what lumber I can use to brace it and bodge it. And see if I can get this far side done. I would like to get rid of that first post as well because it's a bit of a pain in the ass when you duck under it. Get round. Because the other disadvantage of these trestles is they are a bit low for when you're on your knees. But it is what it is. I'll get a bit of carpet to roll out underneath, save my knees a bit. I've got an old offcut here somewhere. And a boot mat from a Vauxhall Astra. So I will say goodbye now and go and pour myself a cold beer, ready for tea. And I'll catch you later. I might come back out or have a poodle tomorrow, depending on what happens. I never know, a phone call could change everything at this stage and things. So, see you later and in the stream. I have got some left over, Charlie, from my brewery floor. All right, cheers all.